Everybody, welcome back to the channel. And I've been confused the last couple of days. Word came out that Capital One was changing the SaverOne card, changing the name back to Savor. Now, the history of the Savor card is it started life as the premier dining card from Capital One. It was a 3 times points on dining, 2 times points on groceries, 1 times points on everything else. It became the Savor card. This was the no annual fee version of the Savor card that was 3 times points on dining, 2 times points on groceries, 1 times points on everything else. I'm not worried about the welcome offers. Those can change over time. This is just the timeline of the card and just trying to understand what Capital One is doing. So after it became the Savor card, in 2018, they launched the SaverOne card, and they spun the Savor card into an annual fee card. Now, the annual fee version of the Savor card gave you 4 times points on dining, 4 times points on entertainment, 3 times points on groceries, 1 times points on everything else. I believe there was also a streaming percentage in there as well. The SaverOne was then born that year, and the SaverOne over time became the 3 times points on dining, 3 times points on streaming and entertainment, 3 times points on groceries, 1 times points on everything else. Then they added Capital One Entertainment, which was 8 times points or 8% back. And I say times points because you can take your SaverOne cash back and pool it with the venture cards to create that many X points, right? So I'm using these terms interchangeably. My apologies. So Capital One had 2 sets of savers. Then earlier this year, they decided to stop accepting applications for the Savor card, the $95 annual fee version. And then they recently, this week, changed the SaverOne rewards card, cash rewards card, to the Savor cash rewards card, keeping the same structure to the SaverOne. 3 times points on dining, 3 times points on groceries, 3 times points on entertainment and streaming, 1 times points on everything else. What exactly is the play here? Now, I can understand sort of simplifying the brand from SaverOne to Savor now that you've discontinued the Savor card, but is it going to be something where like you have the Venture card, and then Venture X? Is there a Savor X card coming? That seems to be the rumor or the expectation or the hope of folks, but what does that card look like? Like, I would imagine, and as a Capital One card holder and a Savor card holder, I would imagine something like a new Savor X would be a card that would come out with 4 times points on dining, 4 times points on entertainment, 3 times points on grocery, or 444 with an annual fee that goes higher than the old Savor annual fee, because that was apparently either not making money or it just wasn't. There was something broken about that card, because for $95, you got uncapped 4 times points on dining. And I'm sure that there were folks who used the personal card as a business card and got unlimited 4 times points on dining, reimbursed from their corporate expense account, and a ton of cash back that way. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. But now you're bringing back you're bringing back the brand, but to keep the same categories and the same multipliers, and leaving yourself the ability to expand up with a branding that would be closer to your Venture X branding. But is a Savor X going to be worth the annual fee to correspond to the Venture X? Because the Venture X at $395 is a great like entry-level credit card, entry-level premier travel credit card. It's really hard to like grasp your head around the Venture X, because $395, 2 times points on everything. It's $300 more than the $95 annual fee Venture card. The way to offset that is using the Capital One portal for travel. You get your $300 back. You don't get points on that $300 because people broke that as well. And now you could come in with another annual fee card that like corresponds with that, but the $95 annual fee Savor card was already deemed to not be as good as the SaverOne, because you had to spend at least $9,500 in dining on that card to break even, and then continue past that. So if Savor X is a thing, how is Savor X different than the old Savor card? And do they come in with an annual fee above $95, say $150, anywhere from $150 to $250? Does a card like that with looser underwriting, because Capital One should loosen its underwriting for their premier cards anyway, does a card at 250 with 4 times points on unlimited 4 times points on dining, some cap on 4 times points on groceries, and 3 times points on entertainment as a lifestyle card that supplements the travel card. Does that sound like a recipe for success? I don't know, but there is some sort of room in the market. There should be some sort of room in the market to compete with the American Express Gold Card, where you're getting points. Either those points are going to be Capital One miles, or Chase could step into that arena, or Wells Fargo could step into that arena, or Citi could come back into that arena somehow and offer a card like the American Express Gold Card pre-annual fee increase. But Capital One already determined that $95 doesn't cut it. And you're offering a lot on the new Savor, or the new Savor card, even though the new Savor card is just the SaverOne with the old card's branding, because simplifying the branding has just made things more confusing. I don't understand Capital One's play here. It would have made some semblance of sense to increase one of the categories back to 4 points. It's the Savor with no annual fee again. Now, whether that was going to be dining, I doubt it. But it could have been entertainment. 4 times points on entertainment for no annual fee card is doable. Look at the Wells Fargo Attune card. Just depends on how you're defining entertainment. And Capital One has a smaller entertainment category than Wells Fargo. So, I don't know. I am very confused. Please help me, Capital One card holders, fellow Capital One card holders. Like, yes, the cards are competitive, but what exactly is the end game here? Because I just don't understand why you would discontinue the $95 card, reuse the $95 card's name to simplify the brand when you didn't really need to, because SaverOne was a brand onto itself. Now you've brought back a name that invoked a slightly better card, but you didn't bring any of those benefits over to the rebrand. How does that make sense? I don't know. I'm confused. I just wanted to put this out there just because I do not understand the Capital One move here. I'm trying to just make sense of it. Please help me out down in the comments. If you like what I do, hit the like and subscribe button down below. If you want to see me more times a week in a more structured format, check out the Stack Your Points podcast that I co-host with Call Me Lonnie, RJ from Do You Take Cards, Tariq from Reeks Rewards. We record on Monday nights. We release on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on YouTube. Saturdays on the podcatcher of your choice. If you want to support me here on YouTube, check out my channel membership. That is the Tidbits Collectors, and you can support me outside of YouTube down in the pinned comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate your time. Let me know in the comments what you think is happening with Capital One, because I sure as heck don't know. Anyway, talk to you soon. Bye.